Oh god. Die. Hey, what's going on everybody? Mitch here, and I'm sure with over 30 million views, you've already seen Battlefield 1's trailer announcing their new game and that it's set in World War One. And I know a lot of my subscribers like Verdun a lot, and I've seen in the community, not my community of YouTube, but in the Steam community and Verdun community, that a lot of people are wondering what another World War One game in the market is going to mean for Verdun, the game. And a lot of concern is put on the fact that EA and DICE are a AAA developer and publisher, and they're wondering if Verdun is going to be obscured by EA's greatness or something along that nature. So I just wanted to make a video and address some things I thought about Battlefield 1 and what it means for Verdun's future. I'm going to start off right off the bat saying I don't think that the announcement of Battlefield 1 or even the release of Battlefield 1 is going to greatly hurt Verdun, or even really at all. These two games are completely different, even though they're both shooters set in World War One. In fact, I think the announcement of Battlefield 1 is going to help Verdun in the immediate because it's drawing a lot of attention to Verdun. A lot of YouTubers are playing Verdun while they're talking about Battlefield 1. So a lot of people are going to be introduced to Verdun for the first time who may have only played Battlefield in the past, which is a really cool thing because I think they'll be pleasantly surprised about Verdun because it is a great game. I know personally I will play Battlefield 1. I grew up loving Battlefield 1942. Probably is what got me involved into the multiplayer community more. I mean, and it's possibly one of the games that got me involved in wanting to make videos. So Battlefield series means a lot to me as well. But with all that said, if you're a Verdun player and you like Verdun, Battlefield may be fun and really awesome to look at because it's an absolutely gorgeous game. I mean, or I'm sure it's going to be. Battlefield 4 is already that way. I sometimes just stop and stare. But if you like the gameplay of Verdun, then Battlefield 1 is a completely different game in that regard. Battlefield is known for, you're going to put multiple shots into people before they go down. I don't play Battlefield 4 that often, but I was just doing some research to, remind myself of what I think about the Battlefield games. Battlefield 4, I'll be honest, I didn't play it that much. It is an absolutely gorgeous game, but I just hopped on there to grab some clips, and there was plenty of times where people had the jump on me, and I was able to turn around and shoot them. That's not going to happen too often in Verdun. Once if you're caught out, you're caught, you're done. One thing I am very excited for and to see in Battlefield is how they do some of the different theaters of World War One. I know fairly recently, Verdun's Twitter account released a poll asking what new campaign we would like to see in the game. The one that wasn't on there and that I personally wanted to see was the African campaign. And, it's very prominently featured in the Battlefield trailer. I guess depicting some form of the Ottoman Empire. But that's another thing. I have to say some form of the Ottoman Empire because I don't know how Battlefield's going to realistically look at this time period. I'm sure the weapons are going to be very accurate to what they actually look like. But are they going to be accurate to how they operated? Now, I know you could say the same thing about Verdun. Now, the Shosho was an absolutely terrible weapon in World War One, and if you use it in Verdun, it works like it was optimal. Now, there's some things you can't, simulate in the game in Verdun. I believe the biggest issue with the Shosho was the magazine and dirt getting into the open magazine. So, obviously, it acts like every weapon is brand new and stays brand new the whole time. They don't have any jamming physics or jamming systems involved in Verdun, but you're not going to get that in Battlefield as well. You are going to get tanks and planes and maybe even horses, which the Verdun developers have already said that they don't plan on adding, even though there was an April Fool's joke for horses. And I know a lot of people in the Verdun community would love to see tanks and planes, and I'm sure the Verdun developers would love to see them themselves, but they're working with what they have. And I think with their map sizes, tanks and planes are not very realistic. They would have to have a lot larger map. So it is going to be fun to play with those kind of tools and toys that Battlefield's going to give you. And it's going to be cool to take in all the sights of the awesome terrain that's probably going to have a lot of destructible elements to it. But like I said, how realistic is that terrain going to be? Usually the Battlefield series seems to take areas and then loosely generate their maps around that area's identity. And the fact that the maps aren't completely accurate is not a really big deal for Battlefield because it plays into the game type that Battlefield is. It's always going to be a lot faster game. Now, it's not going to be to the level of a Call of Duty, but it's definitely a lot faster than a first-person shooter or hardcore first-person shooter like Verdun and other titles are. I think that's always going to be the case no matter what era or genre that Battlefield covers. It's always going to be a little bit faster than that. So while airplanes and tanks and boats and horses will draw me away, and I'm sure a lot of other people away from Verdun and other hardcore first-person shooters for a short little stint, I will always return, and I think a lot of other people will too, for the more relatively realistic and more team and slow and strategic-based games like Verdun. They're a little bit more hardcore, and in my opinion, these games reward people with, success who take the time to learn them and get good at them. And I love destructible terrain and the instant gratification that Battlefield will give you. But the challenge of Verdun will keep me coming back for a long time. And, things like massive free expansions like the Horrors of War update that we've already gotten is more reason why I will keep coming back, because I know DICE and EA need to make money, and there's going to be paid expansions. It's not a bad thing. It's just the way of gaming nowadays. So I'll continue to support Verdun, and I believe a lot of people will. And I don't think Verdun is going to be hurting for new players for a while still. But that's all my rambling opinion. What do you think about the Battlefield 1 trailer, and what do you think about Verdun and its future? Is there any features you would love to see Verdun add? I can't wait to talk to y'all in the comments about it. And as always, thanks for watching.